Good morning. Hi, happy Thursday. I'm so glad you guys are with me today. Today, everyone's free card is going to be from one of my it's a brand new deck. This just came out a few months ago. It's called Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras. And I think that the artwork is beautiful. The message is beautiful. This is such a great deck. It's by US Games. There is a link to buy directly from US Games on my bio. I always want to make sure that people buy direct so that you're not getting counterfeit. It's so sad, the counterfeit market on tarot. And then as always, good morning. Hi, Michelle. As always, I will be using my Housewives Tarot. I recently found out that this has been discontinued and is no longer available, which breaks my heart because it is my favorite deck in the whole entire world. There's no deck I love more than this deck. There needs to be something like it. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? I'm just about to hit 65K, so I just wanted to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for spending your mornings with us and being a part of my life. I'm so grateful. I feel like this whole business that I built is mostly because of you guys. Hi. So the moderators are hopping on right now. They're getting here soon. In a second, they will ask you to drop your first name and last initial. If it is your first time here, I am Stacy Luna. I am a tarot card reader and teacher. I'm a certified life coach, holistic life coach, and I am a Reiki energy healer. Your time spent with me here, I try to help you regulate your nervous system. You should leave feeling a little calmer, a little better about yourself, a little bit more comfortable with the flow of life. That is my goal. We have moderators here who take names. So when they say drop your name, they will take the names. They do that because we don't want it to be like a pick me situation, because I just don't think that that's healthy for our anxiety levels or our root chakra to feel like we're not being chosen. It kind of brings me back to like PE as a kid when you weren't picked and you're like the last one and you feel like total shit about yourself. So I'm trying really hard here. We try really, really hard here. Good morning. To make sure that everyone feels included, that it feels extraordinarily fair, that everyone feels like they're getting love and compassion. That is our goal. So we have quite a few moderators now. We have some new ones. We're working through the kinks because sometimes things just don't work the way they're supposed to. So bear with us. Cheers, everybody. I am drinking my coffee. Cheers to you guys. Yes, the mods will tell you when it's time to drop your name, and then you will only need to drop it once after the time in which they say drop your name. It gets a little bit confusing if you're dropping your name over again and they're trying to make a list and it's, moving things along. So I saw someone said that she's an empath and she needs help. You are in the right place. I help empaths observe and not absorb. I teach you how to know the difference between your energy and someone else's energy and how to comfortably cut cords without feeling like you're letting go of someone. As empaths, we always want to fix people and we want to transmute the energy. As an energy healer, I've really learned if someone is having a bad day, if something is going on that has nothing to do with me and I don't need to go into some crazy mode to start trying to fix things around me, that I need to stay in the space that I was in and not take that on. So that is something that I try to instill in every message on TikTok. So if you're not following me, give me a follow. There's tons of information with stuff like that to help you, manage your energy levels and feel safe letting go. I also want everyone to know that if something is meant for them, cutting cords isn't going to take it away. Whatever's meant for you is going to show up when it's supposed to in divine timing, right? But it is so important to take care of yourself first and make sure that you aren't taking on things that don't belong to you. As an empath, it's like we pick things up everywhere we go and then we're like this weighted down sponge who can't take anything else on, and it's so unfair. So I'm just waiting for the first name. Ashley is taking names today. Everybody say hi to Ashley. She is newer, so everyone say hi to her. Amber, if we can all send some love and prayers to Amber. Her youngest is in surgery today, so let's send some love to our regular Amber Midwest mama. I don't think Brandy's here today. I'm not actually sure who's on. I think Justina, are you on? Let me know who's on, but I think we have quite a few moderators. We should be able to do this, and don't worry, you guys. I did get Cash App and Venmo up. Good morning. There's Justina. I did get Cash App and Venmo up So if anyone has any questions, you can certainly go ahead, $10 Cash App or Venmo, and I will answer those with the Housewives Tarot. And if anybody has, everyone else who's dropping their names, we are going to be working from this relatively new deck. It's like only a few months old, called Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras. This was sent to me by US Games, and I have to say, this is one of my favorite Oracle decks of the year. Okay, we are ready. Elena A. Good morning, Elena A. That feels like a new name to me. So if you're new, welcome, welcome. Everybody tap that screen for the moderators. I just want like nothing but hearts for the moderators so that they feel supported. They volunteer their time to do this, and we are so grateful. So keep tapping that screen for them. Welcome. Don't forget to put your last initial in case someone has the same name as you. It just makes it easier. And if for some reason you have to hop off, or, you know, someone calls you or something and you don't know if your name was read, the replay will go up on YouTube. I actually forgot to download the other days, so they're behind. But the replays will go on YouTube. Elena A, this is for you. Goddess vibration, truth. Allow all your words and actions to reflect your truth. So this is like the people pleaser card, right? Sometimes we say things because we're afraid people will judge us or we want to be liked. So we say the things that we think that people want to hear. But the thing is that's not in alignment with us. And when we do things like that, we throw ourselves out of alignment. It's so hard for us because we can't even trust ourselves anymore. Good morning. Good morning. Who is next? Give me 1 sec, and let me check the Cash App and Venmos. If you do Cash App or Venmo, you end up at the top of the list. Those are the first to get read. I'm just checking to make sure I haven't gotten any. Bear with me. Okay, Rebecca L. Rebecca L. Here we go. Rebecca L. Rebecca L. Rebecca L. Sacral chakra, water. Connect to the inner dwelling place of joy and pleasure. So the sacral chakra is our sex organs, and that is where we find joy. That's where joy comes from. That doesn't mean that it has to be sexual pleasure, but if you think about it, that's where all of our joy and everything comes from. It's telling you to connect with water, which is interesting. So maybe do a cleansing shower. I love a meditation shower where I have everything wash the stress off of me, and then go do something that makes your inner child happy today. Anything that can make you laugh would be just so great for you. All right, you guys, who is next? Thanks for being patient as we go through the list. Christina V. Ooh, Christina. So I don't really believe in jumpers, but this came flying out. Raven Goddess Magic. Fly into the darkness to reveal the light with you. So this is the shadow work card. I am a shadow work healer. I'm always asking you to pay attention to your feelings. If you're feeling defensive, if you're resisting against something, that's the thing you need to work on. That's what's going to lead you to the light. So, you know, for a lot of years, a lot of us, most of us use toxic positivity as a mask, right? We're in pain, so we're like, it could be worse. Or, you know, it's blah, blah, whatever we say to make ourselves feel better. But the truth is you need to sit in the discomfort. If you can't sit in the discomfort and you can't figure out what the resistance is, you're never going to heal. Thank you so much. I love the balloons, and thank you for the roses. The gifts mean everything to me. This is my full-time job. So every little bit helps so much more than you even realize. It costs so much to keep a business running. I had no idea when I started this thing. Shelby V. Shelby V. Shelby B. Guadalupe, forgiveness. So the biggest part of my practice is acceptance and forgiveness and shadow work. Those are the three things that I really, really instill. And when it's hard to forgive because we feel like we're saying it's okay, but what we're doing is we're actually saying, I'm not going to allow this to control me anymore, this feeling. You don't know any better, and there's nothing I can do to make you know better. I can't make you be more evolved. So this is saying, forgive yourself and others, awaken a deeper opening of the heart. The other thing is when we learn to forgive ourselves, it's very easy to forgive other people. When we learn to accept those pieces of ourselves that we've been told are unacceptable and disgusting, it's very easy to understand that most of us have things like that. Thank you. That was so sweet. Who is next? I love the little crown. That was so cute. Thank you. Carolyn M. Hi, Carolyn M. Thanks for being patient, you guys. I saw we lost a lot of people. Apparently, we're not moving fast enough, but I really like this energy to be grounded and chill, and I want you to feel calm and good when you leave. Carolyn M., divine flow, confidence. This is the solar plexus. Let go of doubt and move forward confidently. So I'm going to tell you a little story about a magnet, right? We always talk about how we're drawn to people like magnets. Well, just so you know, do you know that magnets also repel if something's not on the same energetic frequency? So don't judge yourself based on someone on a completely different frequency than you feeling some sort of way. I mean, we have to repel people if we're going to attract people. That's how it works. So, do your thing, love you, learn to love the icky pieces, and your life is going to be so much more beautiful, and you'll learn to accept others as well. Anna B., if you think that you missed your card, you can go on YouTube. There will be a replay of this. It usually goes up within 48 hours. I forgot to put Tuesdays up though because I suck. But so just go follow me there, because then you'll get a notification when the replays go up. Anna B., Wolf, communication, throat chakra. Notice your ability to convey ideas through words and expression. So this is saying that you influence people. People care what you have to say. It's important. You have a message, and it's an important message. So speak your truth. Speak from a place in which you can help people. That is your calling. That's in your soul contract. Who is next? Thank you, guys. Keep those hearts going for the moderators. They are working so hard. If you have a specific question, you can Cash App or Venmo me. It's $10. And I will answer a specific question with Tara. I also have some appointments available today. I think I'm booked this afternoon, but I think I have like a 10 and 11, I think. You guys could check. Who is next? I think I missed it. Keep those likes. Keep tapping the screen for the moderators. They are so important to this. I want them to feel loved, and I want them to feel like they're not wasting their time because they're here to help you. I think I just read Caroline M., if I'm not mistaken. I did. I just read Caroline M. And you only need to drop your name one time because it gets confusing when they're scrolling. But we could talk about something else. You guys can keep sending love to the moderators because they volunteer their time. Anna B., Sacred Grove, guidance. Travel into the power places to receive the guidance you are seeking. This is your call to meditate. You guys all know, I say it every day, Insight Timer. It's a free app. It is guided. It teaches you how. It's amazing. If you've never meditated or think you can't, that is your place to start. Insight Timer. I love to. It keeps track and it gives you awards. So, hey, sweet Missy. Hi, sweet Missy. Abundance of Earth. Release the obstacles to receiving abundance in perfect form. So keep doing those manifestations. Do that ladder manifestation I'm always talking about. Do something so that you are manifesting that money. Really visualize it. Really, really visualize it. Who is next? Let's go with Justina. Creative expression. Use your creative gifts and exploration as a way to expand and grow. So crazy. Good thing I can keep a secret. That was Marisol. I'm going to read Marisol, but I want to read Ashley and then Marisol. Ashley, dolphin, joy. Open to the power of joy through movement and play. Do something today that makes your inner child happy, whatever that is. Marisol. Love. Open your heart to the divine love that is coming in. Divine love is coming in. So feel it. Let it come in. If that's healing an old relationship, that's amazing. If that's bringing in a new relationship, that is amazing too. But feel it. Open your heart to it. Jeanette H. Warrior. Empowerment. Call on your inner strength and stamina as you establish your place in the world. So listen, you feel called to do something. You really do, but you just can't figure out how to get there, and you kind of get in your own way, but like you know that you're supposed to do it. Do it. You can do it. Thank you guys for the follows, and thank you for the gifts. They mean the world to me. I just did Janet H. I believe I just didn't. I just do Janet H, or am I wrong? I'm going to do it again. Janet may be getting 2 cards. You guys, when I am channeling, it's so hard for me to remember, plus like the whole stroke thing. But Janet H., transcendence. Prepare to step into your seat of higher awareness. and conscious action. This is telling you that your crown chakra is opening. You're understanding things at a deeper level than you ever had before, and it's beautiful. Rather not. Hey, rather not. What you doing, rather not? I love that. That's not really her name, but I will take it, rather not. Tree. You need to ground. Find harmony by planting your roots deep within the earth. So that is an all call to rather not, to ground. Ground, trust in the universe, trust in who you are, things like that. I am doing well. Hi, Sage Raven. Hi, Cheryl M. Hi, Cheryl M. Sky Messenger, freedom. Let go of the restrictions that you have put on yourself and set yourself free. So this is very similar to the Devil card in tarot, where we see these people that look like they're trapped, but they're not really. All they have to do is just take the thing off. But they think that they can't. Sorry, I put my name more than once, but I always seem to get looked over every time. You don't get looked over, honey. There's a list, and so we try to go in order. So I promise no one's getting looked over. Everyone works so hard here, and they're taking time out of their lives to do this, to be kind. So I promise no one's overlooking anyone. The whole point is so that no one feels overlooked. Larissa, priestess, intuition, connect to the higher wisdom of the divine feminine. So listen, trust that knowing that you're getting, that nagging feeling that you know something. Trust that. Trust that. Who is next? Keep tapping that screen for the moderators. Keep tapping the screen. Give them love. Help them feel good about themselves and glad that they're here. Amber, lion, courage. Be courageous and see the power you have in the world. Be courageous. So sometimes things are so hard and they feel so out of our control. We don't know what to do to help feel safe. If you missed it for any reason, it will be up in the replay YouTube. Same username, same password. Yvette. Hi, Yvette. Hi, Yvette. Not password. Same username, same picture. I'm not okay. Yvette. Opening. Open the doorway to your heart and discover a treasure within. Something new is going to come into your life. So be prepared for something new to come into your life. And open your heart and trust. Really trust it. Christine M. Spacious. Find the opening of your voice and expression. So there's something that you haven't been saying. There's something that you want to say, but you just can't. Have had strokes too. Miss my memory. I know memory is such a beautiful thing when you have it, but you don't. Listen, there's something that you need to say that you're not feeling like you have the power to say. You're feeling really voiceless in a situation. And I'm going to tell you that your voice has power. You have power. You can say anything. You can do anything. So trust in yourself. I swear it's there, and I know it feels scary, but you can do it. Debbie P. Dark goddess, grief. Now is a time for sensing grief as a gift from the heart. So we run from grief. Grief of anything. Grief from a divorce. Grief from the breakup of a friendship. Grief from a breakup. Grief from death. We run from it. We want to get better so badly because we're so uncomfortable in that kind of pain that we run from it. I'm going to tell you to sit in it. Sit in it. Sit in it and love the pieces of yourself that are missing that person so deeply. And that's how you get better. Kelly W. I grew up with a Kelly W. Well, she was a Kelly G then. She's a Kelly W now, and I just adored her. Kelly W. Butterfly goddess, metamorphosis. You are reaching completion of this part of your journey. Prepare to rise higher. I love this. This is letting you know that you're at the end. You're at that shit you've been going through forever, and it just feels like you're never, ever going to feel better. It's almost over. It's almost over. And who you are because of the things you've been through, God, I don't think you'd trade it. Nisha A. Bear, protection. Go inward and connect to the space of the shelter and inner wisdom. You are protected. So this is interesting. Essentially, this is the Hermit card. And what I really love about these cards and what I love about this is that it's telling us that those moments where we're really introspective, maybe we call ourselves depressed, where we don't want to be around anyone else, we are honestly really learning who we are. We really are. We're really spending that time alone, and it's how such great change gets made. And we always, again, it's another thing that's uncomfortable and we want to move past, but it's really, really, really beautiful. Claudia M. fertility, Aphrodite. Become attuned with the fertile ground within you. So fertility, of course, can mean your most basic, like you're going to have a baby or there's going to be a baby in your life. It also means that you could be birthing something. Like my shadow work journal, of all the things I've ever done in my entire career, my shadow work journal is like my baby. There's nothing I love more than that. I birthed that thing. I worked so hard on creating this thing. That's what that is. You are birthing something, right? So let's see. I know the moderators are amazing. Keep tapping that screen for those moderators. They are so great. Jennifer C. Thank you. You guys, the gifts mean everything to me. Jennifer C. Reflection. Embark on the journey to invite acceleration of your soul's path here on earth. So I think reflection is also important because this is a big thing that we do. We often point out other people's flaws because they resemble our flaws that we've been told are like so horrible that we should pretend like they're not there. And we hate that part of ourselves so much that we like attack the other people for being the same way. So I want you, anytime you see someone who is flawed, to think about if you carry that flaw and how to love yourself through that piece of that flaw, right? And not judge others, right? Unless we can really look inward at some of our own stuff. Michelle R. Insight, spiritual teacher. Connect with a spiritual teacher and tap into higher wisdom. You're here. Thank you for being here with us today. We are so thrilled to have you here. Who is next? Cheryl M. Dawn, sexuality. The masculine and the feminine within you are receiving healing now. So they're on a part of the journey where you're learning to trust, and that's been really hard for you, but you were learning to trust. And mostly the reason why you can learn to trust is because you're learning to trust yourself. Jake 444. Hi, Jake. Heart chakra. Open your heart and see the whole world is inside of you. Something's going to test you today and you're going to have to lean into some serious compassion. So lean into that compassion. Lean into it. Who is next? It's going to be hard. You're going to want to like rage, but you're going to have to come with compassion. Thank you. I love the gifts. Thank you, guys. Ashley R. Root chakra. Wisdom of the earth. Connect with the earth as a means of realigning your energy. I cannot tell you how often I walk outside barefoot. I don't care if I'm standing on the driveway, but I want to do something to earth myself and ground myself, right? I don't care where the hell I'm standing, but when I just feel like I'm all over the place, I need to go do some earthing. So do some earthing. It's so great for you. Mary Lou. Of course, I'm having hot flashes, so I have no problem being outside in freezing temperature because that's like the only time I feel sane. Let's see. Mary Lou. Mountain pose. Stability. Align with the stability of earth for grounding and support. Open your higher vision as you do that. So I do a visualization technique that I've done with most of you. Anyone who works with me, we do this a lot, the be a tree thing. But I like to imagine that I'm completely firmly granted. My feet are firmly planted. That was really hard to say. On the ground. And I imagine like white light coming up and my feet like grounding, right? That's what I do. And it's so healthy. And I do that about 10 times a day, just so you know. I also cord cut 10 times a day. You have a question? Yes, Jake, what's your question? Oh, this is so, okay, listen, I have a little secret. I have new merch coming out in a couple weeks, but I think this might be up on the website. So we thought it was discontinued and we could never get it again. It looks like some of the merch is up on my website right now. Not sure how that happened. As you guys know, I just lost my assistant. So like, I don't really know how to work my website. But anyway, there is some of the old merch that was completely gone and we didn't think we could get back. Some of it seems to be available again. And then I have the cutest new merch dropping on the 22nd. So some of that might be up already too. I'm not 100% sure. It's so cute. I have one that has moon phases and says not even phased. It's my favorite. I'm going to have that in a mug soon. So go check it out. You may be able to get it now, but I think it's dropping the 22nd. But definitely check out it's called like Stacy Luna Shop, which I also hate the name of. Like, why is my name got to be on it? But anyway, go check it out. Bridget. Phoenix, fire of transformation. Be willing to rise up again and again. You will be successful. Oh God, why doesn't anyone tell us when we're on this healing journey that every single time we think we've made it someplace, we're going to get kicked on our ass and have to like learn the lesson again and start all over again? No one tells us that. And then what happens is we get kind of angry and we're like, I'm sick of being fucking resilient. Well, that's how we get here. If I hadn't had like a zillion strokes and all these health things, I'd never be here, right? And that was hard to see in it. Like when I was in it, I was so angry and so bitter and such a bitch. And you guys wouldn't have even recognized me because everything felt so unfair. I was so good at being a victim of like these things. And I was angry and I had every right to be. I had been through a lot of shit, like let me say. But the truth is all that shit got me to this place that I am today. And it's hard to believe it, but I wouldn't change it because I like myself so much better. So yeah. Who is next? Who is next? Me not being able to work my website is the biggest, like, I'm like, we're going to launch this, I think. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, yeah. I mean, there were periods. And for my kids, it was so hard because I spent like 8 years completely bedridden, right? I spent 8 years like not even being able to function, which is so nuts. I look at that and I'm like, what the fuck? Some advice for today. Smile, laugh, live and love. You got this. Love that, Jake. Thanks, Jake. You're so sweet. Jake's the sweetest. Grace L. Grace L. Hi, Grace. Is this my Grace? Hi, Grace. I haven't seen you in so long. I miss you. Grace L. Water goddess. In the flow. Our true nature embodies the ebb and flow of life's pleasure. So have you guys heard the one about the ocean? So there's, you know, the story of the ocean that witches say a lot. They go and they look out right at the ocean and they say, would you dare try to control this? Or would you rather just go with the flow? Obviously, you would rather go with the flow. We are 90% water, right? We cannot control things. We need to learn to go with the flow of the ocean. Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Chakra balance, peace. Through energy, breathe and balance the energies that give the greatest sense of peace. It's interesting. My husband came home last night. He had a bad day. He was losing his shit. And I looked at him and I said, can you just breathe with me for a second? And we did it like 3 times. His whole entire energy shifted, right? So there's always ways to control the nervous system that are so much easier than we think that they'll be. We just get ourselves so worked up. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. Last call for Venmo or Cash App. And this is at 5 minutes. Carol. The dancer. Balance. Activate your willingness to enter the dance. I love this because I think a lot of us have some social anxiety. And I think if any of us had social anxiety before 2020, we all have it now. It's really hard to enter the dance, right? It's really, really hard to be part of the world and not feel some sort of way and judge ourselves, but don't. Go in and try to be part of the dance. I get how hard it is though, honestly. Kayla. Hi, Kayla. Crown chakra, infinite. The divine connection is the bridge waiting to be crossed. So this is saying, listen, you are gifted, Kayla. You have gifts, but you've got to get into the meditation portion so that you can receive that activation and you can understand what's being said to you. Happy Thursday. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Bill B, dear. So Bill's going to hear this way differently than I'm going to hear this, but dear means compassion. Accept everything as it is and find compassion for all in the situation. Bill's going to think that this is like a call to go hunting, but this is a call to be compassionate. Who is next? I love that you got a deer. Of course you got a deer. Patricia. Great central sun, unity. Become aware of ideas, consciousness, and existence beyond the known. Become aware of existence beyond the known. So when you're feeling something that doesn't make sense to you and you're trying to like tell yourself that shit doesn't make sense, like what are you doing? I do that a lot. I do that in readings. If it's not making sense to someone, I'll be like, okay, well maybe I'm wrong. It's this thing I do, right? And I'm always right. Like it usually takes like a couple weeks, but I'm always right. Trust that you're right. Trust your knowing. Jocelyn, solar plexus chakra, fire. Ignite the powerful energy of your individual light. So if you're wanting to make a change, this is your sign, right? If you were thinking about dyeing your hair a different color, if you were thinking about buying a whole new wardrobe, if you were thinking about changing the way you spell your name or changing your name, this is a sign that you should do that. Megan, do I have any incense? I love all incense. I have this thing where I collect incense. I used to go to every metaphysical shop anytime I went anywhere, and I would collect the incense that they made because I felt like it was so special. So I love incense. I really do. I'm a rose girl too. I'm a deeply committed to rose person. So rose anything I'm a big fan of. I just think it's so good for self-love. Megan, third eye chakra. You guys all do that. Tell me how it feels. Travel deep within your consciousness and realize your vast potential. You can see things. You have a knowing, but you need to trust it. Oh, you do? I love that. See, that's why we're so connected. Portia Y. Is that Portia Y? Release. Surrender to your higher self and release all your judgments. So release your judgments and also release the things you hold on to that aren't holding on to you. Don't ever hold on to something that's trying to let go, right? Because we really need to learn to let go. CC, just remember that things come into our life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and very few are a lifetime. And even if they are a lifetime, there's going to be ebbs and flows in that relationship, right? Where they're going to come and go. Danielle, owl, wisdom. Use all your senses to perceive the wisdom and information you are seeking. So I think you already know the answer to the question that you have, but I think you need to learn to trust your knowing, right? Trust your knowing. Okay, you guys, we're going to do the last two. Patricia M. Family healing. Trust in the support of your earth soul family. So this is really, really hard. And a lot of trusting, Patricia, comes from understanding where people are coming from and that you can't change them and accepting them for exactly where they are in their journey, which is so hard. Oh my God, it's so hard when you're in a different part of your journey than someone else is. But that is it. So Drew W., water goddess in the flow. So Drew, remember, you cannot control things. You need to learn to go with the flow and trust the divine timing, that ocean thing. And now it's the last card, and it is for me. It is always important to the mods that I read a card. So let's see what I got. Golden goddess. The golden abundance of the universe is opening to you. Not me waiting for a yes and doing card readings every single day, trying to get a yes. Thank you. I needed this, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get a yes today in my emails. The mods know what I'm waiting on. Patience is killing me. It is a beautiful card for me. I really need a yes. I get a lot of no's in my life, right? And I have to learn to get over it in some real loving fashion where I'm like, this wasn't meant for me. I'm not going to lose my shit and have an Aries moon temper tantrum. All right, you guys. Thank you for being here. Go check out the new merch. You may be able to buy it now. I am not 100% sure, but there should be a link on my site. And the old merch, for some reason, is suddenly up and available. So if you want it, like, get it while you can, because it's not going to be up there long. I just ordered. My husband loves the My Wife is a Witch hoodie. So he made me get him like 2. He's like, I need 2 or 3 if you're getting rid of them. I love My Wife is a Witch. I wear that shit everywhere. So, all right, you guys. Big hugs. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thank the mods again. And I do have some appointments available this morning if you are trying to get in. Bye-bye. Bye.